Agat Las Kencorla. I too want to voice my opposition and that of my party to this particular regulation. Last week I raised the growing issue of energy poverty. We all know that energy prices and bills have increased. We've seen an increase in the PSO levy. Electric Ireland customers saw an increase earlier this month, and now we have yet a further increase of $7.50 on carbon tax. A fuel allowance increase today of $3.50 pales in comparison when we look at the mounting utility bills and indeed debt that many workers and families are facing. And I'm still waiting for the report by the Department on the impact of increases in the carbon tax on low-income families and households. Of course, we all know what that impact is, but the report still has not seen the light of day, and I think that speaks for itself. From midnight tonight, every driver in the state will be impacted by increases in diesel and petrol, and this measure will be felt no more greatly than it will be in rural Ireland, and the alternatives, as has been said, are not there. There is no public transport links, and in many cases it's not safe to walk or cycle. And aside from the suggestion by Minister Ryan that we can all maybe carpool in rural areas, there has been no regard whatsoever for the impact of this increase on rural towns and villages, and there has been no alternative. And very, very briefly, I'll give you an example of the public transport we are dealing with in rural areas. I was dealing with a college student. She's taken up a course in Tubbercurry, 40 minutes down the road. To get to college for 9 o'clock, she'd have to get the local link bus from French Park at 4:30 in the morning, get to Charlestown, wait there for 2.5 hours for a connecting bus to Tubbercurry. That's the level of public transport we have in rural areas. And if everyone in the morning could buy an electric car, the charging points, the infrastructure isn't there anyway. Farmers are going to be extremely penalised by this measure in relation to increased costs. They are already struggling, and we all know that. This increase will lead to further hardship, and it will lead to further energy poverty, and that is why we are opposing it here this evening.
Thank you.